Hey, what's going on, everybody? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesignz.net, and I'm ready to drop today's daily gem. And today's question is this: is your brand prepared? Now, it was funny. I had this conversation with one of my buddies yesterday, and we were talking about the prepper market. You know, the market where it's those folks that swear that the world is going to end tomorrow, so they start to build these bunkers underneath their house, and they start to bundle a year's worth of food, weapons, and toilet paper to make sure that they're going to survive the apocalypse. It's crazy, but it's like $1 billion market. And let's just wait a second real quick. Honestly, I hope they prepped for toilet paper, or else that's going to be one smelly bunker. But let me tell you something. It is a big, big market, and it just had me thinking about how important it is for you to prep your brand, right, for success. Now, I've been working with entrepreneurs now for years, and it's surprisingly crazy how many entrepreneurs come to me and they say, I don't know a thing about branding. I got this business. It's doing okay, but, I know I could be doing better. And it's nuts. It's nuts how many people build these businesses and they're not prepping their brand for success. And I'll tell you right now, if you don't take the time to understand the basics, you're going to fail. It's like I put in my email this morning, if you don't pay attention to the basics, right, your brand will not withstand a thunderstorm, never mind a hurricane. What do I mean by that? I mean, whether you're going to have a positive impact, right, meaning you have so many clients you don't know what to do with, right? Sometimes brands don't know how to handle the workload, all right? And then what about brand reputation? What about if there's some negativity going on about your brand? Are you going to be able to handle that and work on that and make sure that you know what it takes to stomp that out and to reposition your brand in more of a positive light? Now, I'll tell you this. Back in the day when I first started my brand, I will admit I skipped some of these steps, like everybody's skipping to step 15 right now because they're so jeeped up about it that they're not paying attention to step 1. And listen, I've done that too. I've made that mistake too. And then what happened? It eventually bit me right in the ass. Because what happened was I hit that glass ceiling. My business couldn't grow anymore based upon what I was doing as the captain of the ship. And what started to happen? My business started to implode. I started to lose business. I started to lose clients. My business began to die, because if it's not growing, it's dying. And eventually my business needed life support. It needed the paddles, and it needed some defibrillation because it was on its way out, right? So what happened? Well, I got to rock bottom, and I said, you know what? It's time for a coach. I'm not going to let this business die. I spent 5.5 years building it, and I'm not just going to just let it go. And so I got a coach, and within 6 weeks, I was able to breathe the life back into my business and my brand to get it back to a strong enough point that I was able to build those branding muscles that my brand needed to survive another 15, 25 years. And how strong did my brand get? Well, it got 6-figure strong in about 90 days. And it didn't take much, because what happened was I got reminded of the basics and I went all in. And what am I talking about here? What steps are most entrepreneurs missing these days? It's, again, the fundamentals. It's defining your target audience, building your brand's identity, focusing in on what it is that you want your business to be known for. It's like these three simple things, but yet we're so excited about step 15. We got to get out there. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to build a 17-part marketing funnel to make this all happen. And it's not true, right? When you focus on the basics, everything gets easier. So what can we do to help you today? So first and foremost, I challenge you guys to pay attention to the basics and begin to prep your brand for success. So how can we do this? Well, simple. I put together a 4-part video training series. It's called Branding Basics. I'm going to drop the link below underneath this video once I'm done. And basically it's 4 short videos to help you understand the fundamentals, the things you cannot forget when it comes to building your brand. Because I'll tell you right now, for those folks that are skipping to step 15, I promise you they have a lifespan of 3 to 4 years if they're lucky. If they're lucky. Otherwise, their brand is going to go under, they're going to be forgotten about. And I don't know about you, but I started my business to leave a legacy. You know, it makes me so excited and it makes me so proud when I see some of my first time clients, I'm going back 10 years now, right? Private message me on Facebook or private message me on Instagram and say, dude, I love what you're doing. Keep up the great work. You've come such a long way. You know, that stuff is so inspiring. It's like, wow. You know, that feeling is just insane. You know, and so how do you guys get that feeling? Well, pay attention to the basics, guys. Don't think that you're too good. Don't think that you're too smart. Don't think that, oh, I got this. That stuff is too basic for me. No, it's not. You know, the people that are crushing it right now, look at the folks out there right now that are absolutely just dominating their markets. They're paying attention to the small things, to the fundamentals of relationship building. You know, all that stuff plays a huge part in prepping your brand for success. So guys, don't make the same mistake I did. Make sure that you're building that solid foundation to lay your brand on top of so that it lasts 15, 20 years. I know all of you have great businesses to build. You know, I'm working with a client right now. He's got 2 CrossFit gyms opened and he's looking to build another 8. If he does it right, he could probably build another 15 if he just sticks to the basics. So stop complicating things, stop overthinking things, and work on that. So go check out the Branding Basics video training right now. And I promise you, you'll have a much more clearer vision on what it is that your brand should be doing, the questions that it should be answering, so that you can start to attract more qualified clients. Because we all hate, and we know it, we all hate to get on the phone or to go back and forth on email with somebody who's just wasting our time. So hope you got some value out of today's Daily Gem, guys. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have an awesome day.